Let's see how two innocent criminals escaped the injustice that had them imprisoned. This is Stephen Avery, convicted of the rape of Penny Ann Bernstein. On July 29, 1985, at about 3:50 p.m., she was jogging along Lake Michigan's shoreline. She was stopped and sexually attacked by an unidentified man. The police gave photographs of 9 guys based on the physical description of Bernstein's assault. Bernstein chose the image of Stephen Avery, who was arrested the following day. Bernstein identified Avery as her assailant at the trial. In testimony, a state forensic examiner claimed that the hair found in an Avery shirt was identical to Bernstein's hair. However, he omitted any explanation of the limitations of hair microscopy. A store employee in Green Bay, Wisconsin, who remembered seeing Avery there with his wife and 5 children to buy paint, was one of the 16 witnesses Avery presented to support his alibi. At 5:13 p.m., the purchase was completed using a checkout tape. According to Bernstein's estimation that the attack lasted for 15 minutes, Avery would have had to leave the scene of the incident, walk a mile to the closest parking lot, drive 45 miles with his family, and return home in just over an hour. On December 14, 1985, the jury found Avery guilty almost entirely based on the eyewitness account after only 4 hours of deliberation.
How are you? Oh, pretty good. How did it feel? It was wonderful.
Finally free, Avery sued Manitowoc County.
He was sentenced to 32 years in prison. Avery was exonerated of all accusations in 2003 through DNA testing, but 2 years later, he was charged with murder.
But as the Netflix series shows, just before a settlement could be reached, Avery is arrested again.
8 months later, a panel of 7 judges of the United States Courts of Appeals for the 7th Circuit ruled to uphold the original conviction by a vote of 4-3, ruling that police had adequately obtained Dassey's confession. On February 20, 2018, Dassey's legal team filed a petition for a writ of certiorari with the U.S. Supreme Court. On June 25, 2018, certiorari was denied. This is Bobby Johnson, wrongfully convicted in July 2007 of the murder of 70-year-old Herbert Fields in New Haven, Connecticut on August 1, 2006. After extensive questioning by the police on September 15, 2006, Johnson, then 16 years old, made an audio-taped confession. Johnson renounced the confession, calling it forced. Johnson entered a guilty plea to avoid receiving a harsher punishment and received a 38-year prison term.
Respond to it. It's crazy. I'm still trying to grasp everything now. It's crazy. Oh, man.
Kwame Wells Jordan, a co-defendant of Johnson, who was 14 at the time of the crime, was found not guilty after a jury trial because Johnson's state habeas corpus petition was turned down on October 7, 2013.
You're seeing some of them for the first time right now. What is that like to be able to see someone grow and something like
Wow.
Following that denial, the Connecticut Innocence Project reopened its investigation into Johnson's case in 2010 and found new evidence that connected 2 additional men to the crime. This evidence included the recovery of the murder weapon from one of the men and a conclusive match between the other man's palm print and the victim's car.
Crazy, dude. Wow. Wow. Some of them was babies when I was out. It's amazing.
Based on the new evidence excluding Johnson as one of the perpetrators, New Haven State's Attorney Michael Daring filed a motion to set aside Johnson's conviction, granted on September 4, 2015, after serving 9 years in prison. Johnson was instantly freed from imprisonment. And with this, we've come to the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.